Alright guys, I just want to give you a quick rundown of basically how I was able to identify the shift and trend on SPY today. We had a lot of consolidation in the beginning of the day, but I just want to give you guys, when we're dealing with this chop, we failed this high 3 times, then we started forming some lower highs, then we failed this lower high, kind of the signs to see that there's a shift in trend. So for me, when I was looking at today, when I started posting on X about this, was the first sign I saw was this higher low. But when we came up to here, I held off because we were super extended from the 8 EMA on SPY. So then we came back down here into a golden zone. So for those of you who know, golden zone is just your fibs, your swing low to swing high right here, and it's your 618 and your 50 fib. So when we came into here, held, came up, rejected VWAP, but then we came back down here, and then we just held. So then that ended up being a second higher low, a golden zone hold. So then that's where I was like, okay, we might start shifting trend, but I want to be careful with entry. I could have scalped calls into here more than likely, and that would have been a nice move. But then we got this another higher low, and then I saw, you can see the EMAs start to stack up, your 8, 21, 30, and 50. If you look at all these other times, the EMAs are a lot more extended. It doesn't look as clean. So I started posting about this here. Like, you could have taken an entry here, and then when this 8 starts coming up, we're holding, and when we got this 21 tap, I literally posted on X that I really like this 21 hold, because you basically got a 21 hold, 30 EMA, and VWAP. So once this came, I knew we were going to go long. And basically how price action works is you're just kind of working from zone to zone a lot. So once we held up here, it was a given we were going to test this range right here. And a nice sign usually is when you have resistance, so this is our resistance, when this 8 EMA basically creeps up to the top of that resistance, it's a good bet that you're going to get at least a mini breakout, enough to scalp 25, 30% usually on whatever position, whether it's calls or puts. So that was a given. So then, as working zone to zone, we got this breakout, came up to this resistance, had a little pullback, which was a given, and then we just sailed through the highs. So I was on this during X, and then I ended up in here buying some more calls, because if you look, we just started forming this. The 21 EMA is so useful when you have a strong trend. Bounce off the 21, bounce off the 21, bounce off the 21, bounce off the 21 EMA. So you could have kept scalping this up. And then in this zone right here, which was 310 resistance, that's where I would have been a little bit more cautious. So these are the things you want to look at. And then on the Qs, just to show the Qs real quick, another sign for me when I took calls up here was I saw on the Qs kind of the same thing I said about this 8 EMA. So you had your high of day right here. You come up, you tap your high of day, come back down, hold the 21 EMA, and then this 8 literally creeps up to the top. So when this started to break out, even though I took it on SPY, I did calls on SPY here when this started to break out, because I'm like, this 8's right here, we're going to get a nice push, and we got this nice move. So I just want to give you guys kind of like real quick to summarize just the things you want to look at when you're downtrending are, you want to see a higher low start to form. We had a higher low, and so we had lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. When we got this break right here, we broke the lower high trend. So we had multiple higher lows, broke the lower high trend. Our EMA start to stack up. Our 8 EMA comes up to the top of our resistance. That's a really good indicator. And then we had that strong trend, and we just followed the 21 EMA up. So you've seen me guys post this a million times. So I just wanted put this recording out for you, and I'm going to keep doing that with some of these like clear-cut setups just to make it easier for you guys. So I hope this helps. Obviously, if you like the video, give it a like, sub. So I'll catch you guys later.